Hello dear students, how are you? I hope that you all are taking good care of yourself and completing your assignments. Children, as we have already done with our first and second chapter, so in this video I'll be going to do the exercises questions, only that objective part. It is because I have got few mails in which students have written wrong answers. So for them, I'm sending this video with all the answers written. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to take out your books and be ready with your pencil and start writing down the answers along with me. Okay. Now children, one more thing I've been keep on noticing that you all are not watching the videos properly. Children, if you want to understand the chapter, if you want to write down the answers properly, you have to watch the video carefully. Children, while writing down the answers, I'll keep on explaining you the content also. So it is kind of a revision type. So I hope that you will all watch this video very carefully and will write down the correct answers in your books. Okay, so let's get started. Children, this is your book, ICSE Understanding Computer Studies. So children, these are the exercises questions of chapter number 1 and it is given on page number 21. Now let's get started with the objective part. The first question, fill in the blanks. Dash developed a machine that can perform multiplication with repeated addition. Write down Blaise Pascal. Yes, Blaise Pascal developed a machine which can perform multiplication with repeated addition. What is the name of that machine? Yes, Pascaline. Come to the second point. Dash is known as the father of computer. It is a bit obvious, you all know. Charles Babbage. Write down Charles Babbage. Come to the third point. The number of beads present in lower part and upper parts of abacus is dash and dash respectively. As we all know that in lower part, 5 beads are present and in upper part, 2 beads are present. The lower part is known as the earth and the upper part is known as the heaven. Okay. Now come to the fourth part. Dash was the first calculating device. Yes, write down abacus. Abacus was the first calculating device. Come to the fifth point. Second generation computer used transistors as one of its major components. In the first generation we used vacuum tube and in second generation computers they've started using transistors. Okay. Now children, come to the second question, true or false. State true or false for each of the following statements. First is, first generation computers used machine level language to give data and instructions. Yes, true. Till that time no high level languages were developed, so they used machine level languages. Now what is a machine level language? The language which uses only 0 and 1. Okay, binary digits it uses. Second, Mark-I was the first fully electronic computer. So write down false. It is not a fully electronic computer. It is an electromechanical computer. So write down false here. Now come to the third part. The vacuum tubes replaced transistors in the second generation computers. Yes, true. In second generation computers, transistors were used. Okay. Now fourth point. Fortran was the first high-level languages developed in the fourth generation of computers. Write down false because in the first generation of computers there are no high-level languages used. Okay, they used only machine-level languages. So write down false here. Now come to the fifth part. KIPS means kilobytes instruction per second. Write down false. The full form of KIPS is kilo instructions per second, not byte. Byte will not come here. Okay, it is only kilo instruction per second. Okay, children. Now come to the third part. Name the main components used in. Now, children, tell me which component was used in first generation computers. Yes, vacuum tubes were used. Write down vacuum tubes. Now come to the second part. Second generation computers, they used transistors. What they used? Yes, transistors. Come to the third part. Third generation computers used what? Yes, they started using IC, integrated chips. What is the full form of IC? Integrated chips. They have started installing down the chips in the computers. Now, in fourth generation computers, microprocessors are used. Now we'll do question number 4 and it is given on page number 22 in your book. Okay. The fourth question is write down the full forms of. Now what we have to do, we have to write down the full forms of these abbreviations. Now first one is ENIAC. To write down the full form of ENIAC is Electronic Numerical Integrator and Computer. Okay, now come to the next part, IBM. The full form of IBM is International Business Machine. So write down International Business Machine. Now, children, it is an American multinational technology company. Okay. Now come to the third part, LSI. The full form of LSI is Large Scale Integration. Okay, this term is used for microprocessors because in fourth generation we have started using microprocessors in which many integrated chips are installed on a single chip, on a single processor. So that process is called large scale integration. Okay, now come to the fourth part, KIPS. The full form of KIPS is Kilo Instructions per Second. Kilo instructions per second. It is a computer measure unit. Okay, now come to the fifth point, COBOL. What is the full form of COBOL? So full form is Common Business Oriented Language. Now children, COBOL is a English-like computer programming language. It is designed for business use. Okay. Now come to the question number 5. Name the devices or machines developed by the following inventors. Okay. Now come to the first one. Charles Babbage. He has invented 2 machines. First one is the difference engine. Write down difference engine. And the second one is analytical engine. Okay, he has developed 2 machines. Write down the name of both. Now come to next. Howard H. Aiken. He has developed a computer named Mark I. Now John Napier. He developed a machine named Napier's Bones. Now Gottfried Leibniz. He has developed Leibniz machine. Write down Leibniz machine here. Okay. Next comes Joseph Jacquard. He has developed Jacquard loom. Machine named Jacquard loom. Now children, come to the next part. Question number 6. Name 2 computer languages. Now we have to write down the languages which were used in first generation computers. So write down machine level language, and assembly language. Yes, in first generation machine level language and assembly level languages were used. They both are low level languages. Okay, generation computers, the languages which were used were COBOL, Common Oriented Business Language, and BASIC, Beginner's All-Purpose Symbolic Instruction Code. Now come to the third generation computers. The languages which were used in third generation computers were RPG, Report Program Generator, and ALGOL, Algorithmic Language. Now in fourth generation computers, high level languages were used and you can name them C++. You can write down the names of C++, and Java. So we have done with this question. And here now comes the exercises questions of chapter number 2, and it is given on page number 36. So let us solve these objective questions. Now question number 1, fill in the blanks. First part, machinery and physical components of a computer are called, write down, hardware. Yes, hardware are the physical components of a computer system. A dash controls hardware components of a computer. Write down, software. The children's software are used to control the hardware components. They make the hardware components work. Now come to the third part. Software that takes care of various activities of a computer is known as, write down, system software. Okay, it controls and takes care of all the activities of a computer. Now come to the fourth point. A software that provides platform for the user to perform his tasks are called operating system. Yes, operating system allows a user to perform any task on the computer system. It provides a platform for the users. Okay, now come to the fifth part. Dash refers to the copying of computer data as that it can be recovered after its loss. Yes, backup. Now sixth part. To collect file information from various parts of a disk at one place is known as disk defragmentation. Write down, disk defragmentation. Now come to the seventh part. A software for telecommunication network control is said to be operation support system. Operation support system. Yes, OSS. Now come to the eighth part. An application software that performs a specific type of task is called special purpose application software. Second question, state whether the following statements are true or false. First one, a software developed for users' purpose is system software. Write down false, because the software which is developed for the user's purpose is the operating system, not the system software. System software controls the activities of a computer. Okay, children? Second part, system software controls hardware as well as user's program. Write down true. Next comes, starting a procedure of a computer is known as booting. Yes, that procedure is known as booting process. Booting starts when we switch on our computer. This process begins to make the computer ready for its normal functioning. Okay, now come to the next part. Utility software is an application software. No, write down false. It is a system software. Okay, now come to the fifth part. Word processor is an accounting software. Write down false. Word processor is not an accounting software. Tally is an accounting software. Okay, word processor is used to type the documents. Okay, now come to the third question, which is given on page number 37. Name the following. 2 examples of system software. Write down operating system and utility software. Okay, now next question. 2 categories of application software. Special purpose application software and general purpose application software. Okay, now come to the third part. 2 examples of customized software. Now children, what are customized software? Yes, customized software exactly as it sounds. It is a software which is specially created for the user or a group of users within an organization. It is served to a particular organization. Okay. So write down few general customized softwares are, generally used customized softwares are, yours automated invoicing, Invoicing is a kind of a receipt which is usually kept by the shopkeepers. CRM, customer relationship management. Now, come to the next part. 3 examples of utility software. Write down backup, disk defragmentation, and scanning. Okay, now come to the next part. 5th, 3 tasks performed by operation control system. Write down network management, customer care, and service delivery. Okay, so these are the functions of an operation control system. Okay, children, so as we are done with this objective part of our second chapter, what you have to do, you have to note down all these questions in your book very carefully. So children, this is now for today. I hope that you all will do, you all will write down the answers correctly in your book. Those who have written the answers, they can just check from here. Okay, so we'll be meeting in the next video. Till then, stay safe, stay home, and complete all your assignments.